This week in the show, we're talking the Christmas classic Die Hard. Stick around for one-liners, some dodgy translation issues, and the greatest limo driver of all time. I'm David.
And I'm Caolan.
And this is Two Men, the podcast.
Happy festivities, Caolan. Happy festivities, David.
Happy festivities, merry holidays.
Happy non-denominational winter day.
Secular winter day. Die Hard sounds like a porno version of James Bond. And every Die Hard sequel sounds like a porno version of the previous one. So like the second one's like Die Harder.
Is that the second one, though?
I don't think it's like the official title, but I think it's like the unofficial title.
I would have swore that was a title of one of them, though.
Yeah, no, it is. It's the unofficial title of the second one, I'm pretty sure. And then it's like Die Hard 4 is like Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Die Harder is a documentary based on the making of Die Hard 2.
Oh, never mind.
I'm going to look up the Die Hard series as you tell me whether you like Die Hard, David.
Yeah, I like Die Hard. It's my favourite Christmas movie.
Yeah, we ran a poll on about is it the best Christmas movie, and I feel like that question is misleading because most people who don't think it's the best Christmas movie also don't think it's a Christmas movie.
I don't see how it's not a Christmas movie.
No, my thing with Christmas movies, is, and I brought this up recently, is it's not a Christmas movie because it's set at Christmas. It's a Christmas movie because of how important Christmas is to the plot.
If you take Christmas out of Die Hard, there's no Die Hard.
Yeah.
Because they're not at a Christmas party. Like Iron Man 3 is set at Christmas, but if you take Christmas out of that, it's not a Christmas movie. Yeah.
No, yeah. Because you could easily do Die Hard 3 at any time of the year. Or not Die Hard 3, Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
Maybe Die Hard 3, I don't know, I haven't seen it.
No, neither.
Yeah, that's the thing. If it's important to the plot, then it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do Love Actually without it being at Christmas, because the whole point is that they're rushing for Christmas, like flights and stuff.
I haven't seen it.
Well, like, it's like 8 different stories, but all of them...
Is that the one with Andrew Lincoln in it?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the one where he does the
cue
signs,
cards.
the cue cards, yeah. So, like, the whole thing is about Christmas. Right, it's Die Hard, Die Hard 2, Die Hard with a Vengeance, Live Free or Die Hard, A Good Day to Die Hard, and McClane, which is Die Hard 6.
Is that out yet?
Is there going to be a Die Hard 6? It's supposedly still happening. So it's... I think McClane's like the working title.
It sounds like a reboot title.
It does, kind of. Now, I don't know how deep the lore of Die Hard gets. I just know that Hans' brother comes back.
Yeah, and I know... Wait, there's 5, isn't there? Because I think the 4th and the 5th...
Well, yeah, because that's Die Hard 6 that they're announcing.
So I think the 4th one's about his daughter, and the 5th one's about his son.
About McClane's son.
Yeah. I think his son gets mixed up with some dodgy stuff. And then the 4th one, I'm pretty sure, is his daughter... And the guy from Dodgeball and Creepers Jeepers is a hacker.
Is it not Jeepers Creepers?
Yeah, it probably is Jeepers Creepers. That sounds much better.
Yeah, because Creepers Jeepers isn't a thing, I don't think. This film was nominated for 4 Oscars, David.
Was it?
Yeah, but you didn't know this. Not any of the big ones, though.
Oh, like special effects?
It was nominated for Best Sound, Best Film Editing, Best Effects, Sound Effects Editing, and Best Visual Effects. And it was nominated for a Japanese Oscar, which is the... pinnacle of high society.
That is true, yeah.
This is like completely run-of-the-mill action, but
I think it is way. Like, yeah, I think when we talked about horror movies, I said like The Exorcist is like the horror movie, and I think Die Hard is the action movie.
It's
like
the English-speaking action movie that you need to like. They're not even, the action's not even all that great. It's 2 hours of just macho fun.
Exactly, yeah.
It's macho fun in the same way Predator is macho fun,
yeah,
but with good acting in it.
Yeah. This was made during the 80s when like all the action movies were like Predator with like these super soldiers basically, and John McClane's
absolute Captain America's of a man.
Yeah, exactly. John McClane's supposed to be just this, he's just this cop. Now obviously he's a cop who's, shooting down a load of...
Who is Bruce Willis.
Yeah, yeah.
He'll never be just this guy.
The first scene of this movie is such a time capsule because he's got a gun on a plane and also Bruce Willis has hair, which...
yeah, that's really off-putting this entire film.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I'm even just looking at the IMDb thing here. It doesn't look right. I talked about Hans Gruber.
Yeah.
And I think he should feel hard pressed to not be on your list because that was a scandalous omission.
He is great. And
he's just so good in such a small, like, even the small things he does, like just when he looks at people.
Yeah.
It's like...
And even the tiny little things, like even his English is spoken in the way a German person would speak English. Also, all the German... except for Alan Rickman's, is just incorrect.
Yeah,
in this movie.
The subtitles don't correct them or anything, so it's impossible for me to know.
But no, it's all just like, because none of the Germans are actually German. they're all like Russian, and Alan Rickman's fucking English.
Yeah, none of them are.
Do you know in the German language version of this, all the terrorists are Irish? Alan Rickman's group are Irish in it. But yeah, so because German terrorism was kind of a sore spot for the Germans in the 80s.
Yeah, believe it or not.
Yeah, so they made them essentially they made them ex-IRA people who had given up on the IRA to go rob people. But this apparently created some plot holes for Die Hard 3 when Hans Gruber's brother comes back and talks about how he was German.
I love Pearl.
Which one's Pearl?
The police officer.
Oh, Reginald Val Johnson.
Reginald Val Johnson.
Yeah, he's great.
I find Pearl extremely funny.
And Argyle.
Argyle.
The limo driver.
Oh yes, Argyle's hilarious. Fucking Pearl with his redeeming story. But his driving is ridiculous. I don't think anyone would be allowed to drive. Like, even he doesn't even seem very confident driving before he gets shot at. I imagine that's a pretty important job for a policeman, is to know how to drive.
I don't think policemen have to be very qualified.
Oh, they definitely have to have a license.
I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't.
I suppose who's checking them?
Do you know what the physical requirements for a policeman is in Ireland? You have to get like a 4 in the bleep test.
What?
You have to get like a 4 in the bleep test.
4?
Yeah.
I got a 4.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe I didn't.
You definitely did.
A 4 is not much.
4 is very little. Up until well into the 3s, it's walking pace.
I'm going to go out with a bold claim here, David, to bring us back to Die Hard.
Right, go on.
Hans Gruber is more of a Christmas villain than the Grinch.
Yeah, because
he's real.
And because the Grinch ends up like giving them Christmas back. So he's a shit villain anyway.
Yeah, and he was bullied into being a villain.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he's got a good backstory.
The Grinch is the least villainous villain.
Yeah.
Of all time.
He's just a nice guy.
It's like when people were mad at Shrek for kicking people out of the swamp. Don't come in his swamp.
Yeah.
It's like, you come into my house and I kick you out, I'm not the bad guy.
Hashtag Shrek was right.
Hashtag Shrek and the Grinch were right.
Yeah. Hashtag free Shrek.
I haven't watched the Grinch in like 10 years.
I don't think I've ever watched it.
Either of them. The animated one is the shit.
It is the shit.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
I'm an animated man.
I'll have to look it up.
Look up the Grinch. That's our recommendation for this week. The Grinch. David, what do you think? Enlighten me on you're looking at your notes of pages upon pages.
Do you know what the Hungarians call this? They call it "give your life expensive." That's the.
Do they have a meaning behind it, or?
No, it's because Die Hard is like an idiom, so it's hard to translate into other languages. So some countries like just renamed it. So like France called it Crystal Jungle, and Poland called it the Glass Trap. But Hungary just tried to translate it as best they could. So the first one's called "Give your life expensive." The second one, "Your life is more expensive," and the third one, "The life is always expensive."
I like Crystal Jungle.
Yeah, Crystal Jungle.
Not for this film, but I like that as a title.
Yeah, it's like kind of got a cellar door vibes.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that. I think we should use it.
Crystal Temple.
For the Two Men in a Podcast movie.
Yeah.
When we turn into two men with a movie.
Or the Crystal Jungle, sorry.
Horror film based in Tesco.
Some great one-liners in this as well. I fucking love when he's on the like emergency line on the radio, and your one's like, "This line is reserved for emergencies only." He's like, "Does it sound like I'm ordering a fucking pizza?"
This whole film is one-liner.
It's brilliant.
Bruce Willis gets to speak to so few people that when he speaks to them, it's only for one line before he kills them.
Yeah, even when he's talking to himself, "Oh, come out to the coast, get together, have a few drinks."
I think this makes my point that I used on Hans Gruber of how a great villain can like lift up an okay action hero, because I don't think Bruce Willis is a great.
I think he's pretty good.
Hero.
I wouldn't say he's.
I think John McClane as one of the greatest action heroes of all time is the biggest myth that has ever been put out there. He is just a brick wall. He's a brick wall reciting lines. Even when even his best lines are said with like Ben Affleck charisma.
So endless bounds of charisma.
Endless bounds of charisma. I'm looking at him now. He's so like.
I think just the hair.
Even his face though. Like his facial expressions are like, it's an audio medium, so.
Yeah, no, his face doesn't move a lot. He kind of looks like he's got a bit of work done.
I just think Hans Gruber's so good that it makes you root for Bruce Willis, whereas Bruce Willis does not do that.
Also, I do love the kind of plan, Hans Gruber's plan, where he kind of poses as terrorists looking to liberate, the liberty to Quebec.
3 random terrorist organisations.
The Agent Dawn and the Provo Front, basically the IRA.
The Agent Dawn, he says, and your man's like, "Who's that?" And he's like, "I read about them in Forbes or something."
Yeah. Oh, I do love it.
It's a great plan. Just to quote unquote kill himself at the end.
Yeah.
Just no one comes knocking for you if they think you're already dead. It's a great plan if he hadn't accounted for a rogue New York cop.
Yeah.
With static facial impressions to come in.
Also, I do just love Hans Gruber. He's just like...
I love Alan Rickman.
Yeah, Alan Rickman is great.
I've just accidentally favorited him. But
Well, don't unfavourite him.
Alan Rickman is pretty great. Rest in peace, Alan Rickman.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah, he's just everything he's in. He's just like he's like a star. Even the Robin Hood film. Like there's like a shitty horror because he's in Harry Potter and stuff, but I've never seen all the Harry Potter, so I can't use that. He's in Sweeney Todd as well as Judge Someone.
He was De Valera in Michael Collins.
Oh my god, he is.
Did you not know that?
No, I've knew it, but obviously I haven't seen Michael Collins since school. So,
yeah, fair.
Which admittedly was 3 years ago or something, but yeah, I just think Alan Rickman's so good.
He is brilliant, yeah. He's also in that movie, is it Dogma, where he plays an angel?
I've never seen or heard of this.
I think it's Dogma. Recommendation of the week is Dogma.
And The Grinch.
And The Grinch.
Is this like Bruce Willis's first big film?
It was Alan Rickman's first big film. It wasn't Bruce Willis's. Bruce Willis was like a romantic actor.
Yeah, but is this his first big film?
I think it's his first action film. I think he was in something. I think he was recognisable, like.
Yeah, just because I've never seen nor heard of the films beforehand. Sunset I've heard of but not seen.
Yeah.
But it's Die Hard and then it picks up. It doesn't really even. It just goes back to what looks like more loaded and stuff. It looks like they've made action films then.
He just became... It's the same thing that happened with Liam Neeson, where he was like a dramatic actor and then he just became an action movie star.
And he's in Beavis and Butthead. And Bruno the Kid. Yeah, okay, so maybe his career didn't quite skyrocket until Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
Because you don't see Bruce Willis in much that isn't like a franchise that's noticeable, I don't think.
Yeah.
There's Die Hard where he's in 12 of them.
And he was in...
And The Sixth Sense and Pulp Fiction are the only ones I can think of then.
Then Red, the old people action movie.
I've never heard of this.
It's like Retired Extremely Dangerous. And then there's a second one. It's like him, Morgan Freeman, and John Malkovich.
Oh, is this the one you told me about?
I don't
where
think
you
so.
thought Michael Keaton was in it?
Oh, no, that's Leaving Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
Yeah. No, this is... Yeah, I've only seen the first one, but yeah, it's Retired Extremely Dangerous. It's pretty good. It's like him, John Malkovich is like this mentally unstable
That's what John Malkovich is.
Yeah. He just plays himself.
Yeah, John Malkovich is extremely unstable. Before we just do what we do always, just completely lose track of Die Hard.
Oh, yeah.
The blood scene, they shoot out the windows and he walks across it on his bare feet.
Oh,
he gets all the fucking blood dragged along like Saw.
That's nasty.
It's gruesome.
It is disgusting.
I find it extremely tough to watch all the time.
Only when he's picking the glass
when
out
he's
of his
picking
foot,
the glass out and
disgusting.
doesn't look in pain.
Oh.
I was in pain.
Yeah.
It's great. It's a great idea. That's why Hans, I think, is like, that's the kind of thing where it happens by accident with most villains, but they make sure Hans is behind the plan.
Yeah.
Shoot the window, why not? He's barefoot. Or even his fucking English accent. Or not English accent,
the American
but
accent.
his speaking
brilliant.
English. He just switches back and forth immediately so well.
Yeah.
I don't think Bruce Willis is smart enough to not give him.
Oh, well, he saw the watch. Isn't that the thing?
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
is that what it is?
That's like one of those behind the scenes things where he looks down. You see when he gives him the cigarettes, he puts his hand out and he sees the watch, and all the robbers have the same watch.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that. Yeah, that's a fair point, because I was thinking there's no way he's
Oh, yeah, definitely not.
John
Also,
McClane's definitely trusted enough to give some poor soul a gun.
Just from a random guy who's he said he spent a weekend at a firing ranch once.
8-ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like the film.
It's a great film
Best Christmas movie
of all time.
that isn't Christmassy.
Yeah.
I think there's there's happier viewings.
Yeah.
It's not the easiest viewing of a Christmas movie. There's definitely like more family ties. Like you could watch Pixar Christmas movies or something, but I can't imagine Pixar don't have Christmas movies.
I don't think they do. I can't think of any. Log into your Disney Plus there.
I'm just gonna search Pixar Christmas movie.
I'm pretty sure they've got like shorts for all their stuff. Like they've got like a Toy Story short for Christmas. But I don't think
Oh damn! Well, Frozen.
That's not Pixar.
Is it not?
No, that's Disney, but it's not Pixar, I'm pretty sure. Maybe it is.
Oh, I'm just lumping the two of them together then.
Also,
Who is Pixar then? Beauty and the Beast is Disney.
yeah. Pixar is
Mickey
like
Mouse
Toy
is-
Story. That's Disney.
Disney, yeah. So
Pixar is like Toy Story,
so it's
Finding
more
Nemo.
specific.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they're just giving me like Beauty and the Beast, the Christmas specials or
Yeah.
whatever. Mickey Mouse's Christmas Carol, and then Frozen and Frozen 2. So Disney have Christmas movies.
Yeah. Or Hallmark. Isn't it Hallmark or the like
They
classic?
make ads.
Yeah, but they've also got like Hallmark Christmas movies.
Do they?
Yeah, is it not like, do they not like pump out like 30 of them a year?
They probably do. I'm not a big Christmas movie guy apart from the 16th to the 25th.
Like, I don't watch any of them, but I'm just aware that like they pump out like 30 just shit Christmas films, like formulaic. That's not a word. Formulaic Christmas movies, like every year.
Yeah, it's just like the John Lewis Christmas ad, but stretched out.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah.
I'm not gonna watch any of those.
No, neither am I.
Except for the 4 I watch now.
What I will be watching is the. Oh no, that's not a Hallmark. It's Lifestyle, the KFC Lifestyle film.
Yeah, when is this out?
I think it's out now. I think it was out the 13th.
Okay, we'll maybe add it as a bonus episode at some stage because I kind of want to watch this film.
Oh, definitely.
It looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, it's a full-length movie about a young, strapping Colonel Sanders.
Yeah, I'm interested in this film. It's more interesting to me at the minute than Die Hard is.
Yeah, just because
it sounds so ridiculous.
And the tagline, I don't know if it's a tagline, but it's like one of the quotes from the ad was "Secrets out, chicken man." As your man pulls a knife out, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
We'll get into this, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, we'll have to do this as an episode or something. It might not be Christmassy by the time we actually do it, but
also don't think it's even a Christmas movie.
Oh well, you said the way you said it there made me see me.
Yeah, because I thought it was
not
a
Christmas movie. Perfect.
Yeah, we'll just do it at some point.
Valentine's Day special.
Yeah.
I don't know who Bonnie Bedella is.
That's Holly. Again. I don't think she was in much else. I don't think she even came back for the sequels because she just.
No, she's in the sequel.
Is she?
2 anyway. In What If, as that's the Netflix one. You, but with old people, and by old I mean 40. But like
that's old.
It's like Dirty John or whatever. It's like that.
Yeah.
Like, it's just an old version of Joe Goldberg. Pretty much is the way they sold it to me anyway. When I spoke to Netflix on the conference call.
Yeah. Asked them for their daily recommendations.
This film you need to see just to get most other shows, I heard. Because I think every single show references it at least once.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine constantly references it.
All the time. It's like the whole identity of Jake Peralta.
Yeah.
David, what do you think? Do you have anything to say on this film?
No, just...
I feel like
my favourite Christmas film.
Yeah, it'd be one of mine. I tend to go more for the rom-coms than you do, though.
Yeah, I dislike happy Christmas films.
I feel like Christmas is about the rom-coms more than it is...
Like, my second favourite is...
Killing Germans.
Batman Returns.
Oh, I wouldn't even count that as one of my top 47.
The one with Danny DeVito's Penguin.
Especially the one with Danny DeVito's Penguin.
That's a disgrace. Danny DeVito's Penguin, best performance in a superhero film.
It's the most perfect casting
brilliant.
of a superhero villain. That and like Heath Ledger.
Yeah, they're up there.
Danny DeVito's Penguin's better than Heath Ledger's
Joker by miles. And
that's not even that's unfortunately a fucking controversial opinion to have nowadays.
Yeah, we're gonna get attacked. We're gonna get cancelled for this.
We're gonna get cancelled. Yeah. Oh, let's not get cancelled, please. I just love Die Hard, but I think next week's film is more interesting.
Everyone's seen Die Hard, and Die Hard's quite a formulaic movie.
Yeah. Oh, it's like I said, it's just action by the numbers.
Oh yeah.
Especially because it's Germans.
Yeah.
Always Germans in these by the numbers action films. What I will say is
Germans or Russians.
Oh, Russians, yeah. It's always the superpowers. Yeah, I like Die Hard. I like what it spawns more than I like action films.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like big blockbuster action films like The Rock making Skyscraper and more than I like going back to Die Hard. This is like Fast and the Furious. Doesn't work without Die Hard in a way.
Yeah.
Because it's like the big fucking tentpole releases now. Imagine Die Hard now. I don't think it'd land. Yeah, we're all over the place.
Yeah, a little bit. It's the festive season.
Listen, the festive season's got to us. The eggnog. The nog of egg.
Yeah. What the fuck is eggnog?
It's like a green juice.
It's green.
Is it not green?
If I was drinking something that had egg in the title and it was green, I would. It
might not be. Maybe I'm thinking of that. Maybe it's like it was a festive type of eggnog in a film. I'll look up eggnog. It has egg in it. It's a beverage. No, it's obviously white.
You saw that one coming.
We'll talk about this on the podcast now, actually. I had my first ever Big Lebowski White Russian.
Oh, did you?
The other day.
Yeah.
Did you? I sent you 45 Snapchats of the same.
Okay, well the viewers don't know, the listeners don't know that.
Yeah, I'm a big fan now. I think it's made me like the Big Lebowski more because I feel like I could drink White Russians watching it. I've got an awful itch lately to go back to the Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
I felt like that was gonna happen. I think I said that to you the second or third time I watched it. I might like it because I just find myself quoting it the whole time now. I know that this is a Die Hard podcast, but I want to keep the listeners up to date with my opinions on films we've covered.
Yeah.
So The Big Lebowski has got better since I've watched it, and Argo has not.
Yeah, Argo is not aged better for me either.
David.
Big Lebowski has gotten even better though.
Oh, it's so much better.
Yeah, the more I think about it, the better it gets.
Yeah, I think I like the idea of it more than I like the actual film. John Goodman, thinking about it.
I think I'm wearing my John Goodman shirt today.
Are you? David is wearing his John Goodman shirt for anyone that can't see him. Pull it over his hoodie.
Yeah.
David, before we go to our next, we have a couple of games to bring today.
Oh yeah.
Any closing thoughts on Die Hard?
It's a great movie. Really gets the spirit of Christmas, you know, shooting foreigners.
Yeah, shooting Germans is the Christmas spirit. We finally found our groove now with this podcast where we realised that us talking about the film is the least interesting part of the podcast.
Yeah, yeah.
So we've now added game segments to
Yep.
to make us have. Do you want to go with we go with the usual IMDb user review one first? Play the jingle. We'll let me just get it sorted because I have the user reviews for next week's film here too.
Oh, okay.
But this is an average action picture that for its time was somewhat groundbreaking. It also made Bruce Willis into a star and inspired so many clones and sequels.
6 out of 10.
5 out of 10.
Fuck.
How many have you gotten right so far? 1?
1.
Right.
I've gotten a lot where I'm 1 off though.
Yeah.
So I'm getting better.
John McTiernan's 1988 Die Hard is nothing but a classic, the Christmas holiday action film that even today it's still ahead of its time and being an iconic movie.
10 out of 10.
5 out of 10.
What the fuck?
These are the ones I keep bringing because I don't think they know how to use it.
Yeah, surely he meant 5 out of 5.
Yeah. What I will tell you is that usually I can find a load of negative reviews.
Yeah.
But when I went to 1 out of 10 stars on IMDb, there was 2.
Oh god.
And there was 4 2s, and then once you got to 10, there was 1 million.
Yeah.
So this is the most positive IMDb user review we've seen yet. Welcome to the party, pal.
8 out of 10.
9.
Fuck.
And then this one doesn't make sense to me. It's a quintessential Bollywood movie.
A quintessential Bollywood movie.
Yeah.
As in Bollywood, the Indian Hollywood.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
4.
Fuck's sake.
It's an 80s movie, the best kind of overdramatic movie. Don't mind 4 stars. It's a personal rating thing. Everybody has a system of their own. But he loves the film. This is my thing. I don't think they know it's 10.
I think he's doing the Roger Ebert thing where he's marking it out of 4 stars.
Yeah, but you can't do that on a thing that is 4 or 10. Like, Roger Ebert's is out of 4.
Yeah.
You can't just make up your own website in the middle of a website. That's not how it works. That's all I grabbed for Die Hard.
Oh god.
Because there wasn't enough mixed reviews for me to do anything.
Yeah,
insane.
okay.
Like next week I have a few that are like just
yeah.
ridiculous. David, you have a new segment introduced to the world today.
Yeah, I've brought a new segment. So it's a game. And so what it is I've got a movie here. And I've got 5 parental warnings for it. So I'm going to read you them one at a time. And after each one, you get to guess what the movie is. So I'll read it out.
And the clues get more and more helpful.
Yeah, so they start off like really vague. So like, for example, I won't say anything yet, but or actually, yeah, I'll say.
Right, go give me my first one.
Right,
here
okay. You'll pick it up as you go along. Clue number 5. One character says he wants to slather barbecue sauce on another character's rear end.
I have no idea. Barbecue sauce. And this is a film you presumably have seen.
Yeah, I've gone for films that you should have seen.
That doesn't make anything to me.
Okay, 4. At one point in the movie, a lady says, "It smells like Bigfoot's dick."
We did this we gave a test run last week and I didn't get it at all.
You'll definitely get it by the last one, I think. Actually, you might get it at this one. A main character throws a trident and kills a man with it.
Ah, okay.
He should probably lay low for a while.
Yeah, okay. This
Yeah,
is Anchorman.
Yes, it is. Right.
I don't remember. It smells like Bigfoot's dick.
That was the Sex Panther.
Ah, yes. Okay.
Right, well, I'll give you the other 2 clues. Although the scene with a dog being thrown into the water under a bridge is meant to be comical, it could still upset animal lovers.
That definitely is less helpful than number 3.
And number 1, a man says that in German, San Diego means a whale's vagina.
Yeah, I would have got that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, this is... Well, last week, your tester, we ran with, like...
Batman Begins.
Yeah. And it was impossible until...
Like the last one.
Main character's parents get shot in an alley. Yeah.
Do you want one more?
Yeah, please.
Right, this one, you're either going to get it right away or not
Never.
at all, I think.
Okay.
There are 5 vomit scenes. Usually it's done into an inanimate object. There is one exception. I'm also going to try to read these kind of like in the tone that I assume they were written in.
Yeah. I've gathered.
Direct, repeated reference to masturbation by a teenage boy, twice in obscene spoken context. It is not shown or otherwise visually implied.
It's not super bad.
The F word is said 3 times, S word is said 25 times, and bitch is said on a few occasions. Quite a few religious profanities as well.
Yeah.
Several characters call a drug the good stuff.
5 vomit scenes into inanimate objects except one time. It 25 times.
Well, the S word doesn't clarify what the S word is.
Well, presumably it's shit
it's
or
shit,
slut, maybe?
I think it's shit.
Well, you know the film, so
Yeah.
you know which one it is.
Yeah.
No, give me one more.
This is the last one. A character says a caretaker boinked her father, and other characters repeat the implication that the two characters, several decades apart in age, had sex. This is known to the audience to be unsubstantiated.
No idea.
Give up?
Yeah.
It's Knives Out.
Damn. I don't remember the fucking janitor, the thing boinking her.
Yeah, no, it's when the will gets read, Jamie Lee Curtis accuses Marta of boinking her father.
Oh, okay.
As in having sex.
That's my fault for...
You thought boinking is...
I was thinking the older one was the...
Oh, okay,
I was thinking caretaker, like, babysitter.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. That's my bad.
Yeah. Do you want one more?
Yeah, we're going. We squeeze it in.
We'll go one more.
See, I feel like I'm going to grow into this game.
Yeah. Very graphic and disturbing violence is depicted throughout, but it's nowhere near as graphic, lengthy, and detailed as the original book.
Obviously something adapted. Yeah. Violent the whole way through. It's not The Road.
No. A dead girl is seen lying flat on her stomach. All we see is her butt.
Because it's a book and it's adapted and it's more brutal than the original, I'm going to go with... Not it.
No.
I'm going with a King adaptation. I guess it's not.
A man is seen in a tanning bed. His pubic hair is visible briefly.
Right, well, you've lost me now. I thought I was on the right track until you said tanning bed.
Yeah.
But,
not a Stephen King staple.
not a King adaptation.
An old woman is shot in the chest and drops dead. A kitten is threatened with a gun.
Oh, what? I hate this. No, I have no idea.
Right, and the last one. This, you might get it. Protagonist confesses history of murders on the phone to a lawyer. At one point, he admits he practiced cannibalism.
I'm gonna feel dumb for not getting this one, am I?
It's one of those ones where I think you'll think you should have got it.
Adaption. An old woman gets shot in the chest.
A kitten is threatened.
Kitten is threatened. And a girl's arse is out. The man's pubes. No.
American Psycho.
I thought it was American Psycho, and then I couldn't remember a tanning bed.
Yeah, I don't remember the tanning bed, but...
When you said kitten threatened, I was like, right, it's American Psycho. And then I was like, but he doesn't tan at any stage.
I think he does at some stage.
When he's going on about his, he does.
Yeah, when he's going on about his daycare routine, or his skincare routine and all that shit.
Oh, I didn't remember being in a tanning bed. I feel dumb for not getting that one.
You have a guess after each one, so...
Huh?
You have a guess after each clue, so...
Yeah, I should just guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll get the hang of the game for next week.
We'll do another 2 or 3. We probably won't do 3 every week, but...
No, because we just had to get you to learn how the game was this week. What's your recommendation this week, David?
My recommendation is a film it was on Amazon Prime. It was recommended to me, and it's called Perrier's Bounty. It's an Irish film, very much in the vein of The Guard. So you've got Cillian Murphy, who owes Brendan Gleeson money. And Brendan Gleeson sends Roose Bolton from Game of Thrones and his gay lover to rough up Cillian Murphy, and he's got to get this money essentially. So he goes and finds Liam Cunningham, so Sir Davos from Game of Thrones, to
heavy hitting cast.
Yeah, it's a great cast, and it's also got Jodie Whittaker, who's the woman Doctor Who, and Jim Broadbent as Cillian Murphy's dad. And Jim Broadbent in this is fucking brilliant. He's just
Jim Broadbent is...
He's the guy from Hot Fuzz, the chief of police in Hot Fuzz.
Oh, he's great.
He's excellent in this. So he comes in and he's dying because last night the Grim Reaper visited him and told him the next time he'd fall asleep he was going to die. So he's constantly like just chugging coffee. He's asking Cillian Murphy to get him cocaine to keep him up, all while Brendan Gleeson's got men out chasing him, looking for this money back. It's an absurd
sounds
movie.
Absurd, yes.
Yeah,
I'm into
it's absurd movie in the best way possible.
I'm into it.
Yeah, so that's my recommendation
It's
for the week.
called
Perrier's Bounty.
Perrier's Bounty.
P-E-R-R-I-E-R-S.
Where can the people find us on the media while you cry, David?
People can find us at 2 Men 1 Pod on Twitter, 2 Men on a Pod on Instagram, 2 Men a Pod at gmail.com, and 2 Men a Podcast on YouTube.
Yeah, you can find us to write in about the film we're covering next week that is definitely not being recorded immediately after this one, to make sure we keep our Christmas schedule, is the 2016 Christmas comedy horror Krampus, starring Adam Scott
and Tony Collette.
Yes, Tony Collette of Hereditary fame,
and the guy from Anchorman,
and the girl from and the woman from 2.5 Men.
Oh yeah, and Olivia Crawford from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
We'll see you next week for Krampus.
See you next week.